It's June 1st, so that means it's time for Cap's Recap, my monthly channel update series. And apologies for just how bad May was on the channel. Yeah, I recorded a channel update, and within like hours of having recorded it, it was already out of date, and I never really got a chance to do a new one because I had COVID last month. It sucked, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been because I am double vaxxed and boosted. Yay! But still, that put a downer on things. Not to mention, my girlfriend came to visit. That was positive, not negative. But yeah, where we were staying at, oh boy, Airbnb is well, not everybody on Airbnb is a flat out liar, but yeah, where we were at, it just wasn't really the best environment for streaming. You know, not to mention, you know, a power outage that occurred as well. Just lots of noise, people deciding to cut their grass at all hours of the day, every day, and yeah, it was just a big old comedy of errors. That's all behind us. I did enjoy my girlfriend's visit. Yay. I am gonna miss her. But we had fun. Went to the Detroit Zoo for the first time in ages, and even went to the Detroit Institute of Arts, a big old art museum with her. So yeah, it was fun times. It was fun times. But yeah, as for the channel itself, first things first, if you want to help support the channel, link in the description below to a link to Patreon, or you can become a YouTube member. All the perks are the same across both sites, as well as any money raised on either site is cumulative towards common goals. Any support is greatly appreciated, but in no way required, anticipated, obligated, etc. I am adding on a new little perk this month, though, well, starting this month, and that's where patrons and members will be able to select games, not games, movies for viewers to vote on. Sorry, I am also still in work mode. God, I hate my job. More on that later. But yeah, new perk starting in June. Members and patrons, etc., will be able to select movies for viewers to vote on for the monthly Discord movie nights. Pretty much in the Discord, I'm just going to open up a thread for people to suggest movies, and then I'll add them to a poll and people will vote on them. I usually do movie night and a game night around the first weekend of a month, but I'm gonna hold off on both until next month. Or not next month, next week. God, why am I out of it right now? 50% to ease back into the swing of things upon returning home, 50% to give a little more time for the first time I'm doing a little movie night poll, just to see how things go, if I'll have to tweak things, maybe resort to not offsite, but third party things like Curious Cat or something for more secure submissions. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I'm just gonna be sticking with Discord for this initial run. And as for the next multiplayer game night, thinking of doing another non-Jackbox night. Just need to determine what games it's gonna be. I don't know, in recent months we have had a Wingspan expansion, a couple more co-op multiplayer games came out. I have Back 4 Blood, ooh, but that might be better suited for October. I don't know, I'll come up with something. And I know I'm talking about the multiplayer nights and all of this as well, but you don't have to be a member or a patron to participate in those. Members and patrons just get priority access to any queues or games for these nights. At the end of the day, they are open for anyone if you would like to join. So yeah, loosely segueing into uploads on the channel, I know I was supposed to start Skatebird a while back, a mix of last month and waiting for art I commissioned to be ready. Kind of put that on ice, but hey, we're ready to start it next week. For the rest of this week, I'm just going to be doing some more Virtue's Last Reward, which I am very excited to get back to. Didn't have my PS4 with me, and quite frankly, I would not have been able to hook it up to anything there if I did bring it. So yeah, it's going to be fun to get back to that, as well as getting back to Bravely Default, the LP that will be going on until the end of time. No, I'm having fun with it, but yeah, these JRPGs, like the traditional ones, they're oh boy, they rough. They are rough. Fun, but rough. But yeah, Skatebird will be starting up next week. I'll go back to alternating Bravely Default and Virtue's Last Reward next week as well. And there is a non-zero chance Virtue's Last Reward will be ending this month. And if that's the case, we'll be getting back to some unfinished business with Zelda, Oracle of Ages and Seasons. As I run a poll to see, like, you know, what kind of open world sandbox true crime game people want to see next. Like, you know, if people want to see me continue on with Grand Theft Auto games, I always say I'll never do Grand Theft Auto 4, but hey, if the people want to see it, then I'll do it. And I won't complain the entire stretch of the way. I'll find a way to make it fun. But there's also Saints Row, Scarface. Like, we'll have a little poll for that, because the linked things for Oracle of Ages and Seasons won't take particularly long. Bravely Default will be just going on through the month. And after Skatebird, commissioned art permitting, we'll be starting up Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. And if not, I got some stuff like waiting in the back to start up, whether it be Miles Edgeworth Ace Attorney Investigations or Valkyria Chronicles. Regarding streams, as I alluded to earlier and had explicitly stated in... Oh, no, wait, yeah, I never uploaded the May update, that's right. But yeah, I did mention this in the Jackbox stream, as well as the Autopets stream, but yeah, the initial plan last month was to do Moving Out streams with the GF. Moving Out being a game by Team 17, where the object is to just, you know, be the best mover you can be with ragdoll physics. Oh man. But yeah, plans fell through with that, so we'll see about revisiting that this month. I'm gonna check in with her to see if she'd be up for that, and or other co-op or multiplayer streams. We had been planning to attempt Resident Evil 5 for a while, but yeah, we'll see how things go. And yeah, you may or may not be seeing Moving Out streams with Hazy Sunshine this month. In addition to that, though, I'll probably be wrapping up Cook Serve Delicious 1 at some point. Maybe revisiting other things I started on stream. I don't know, I don't want to fall into the trap of like feeling like I can only play certain games on stream. But by that same token, it also feels a bit weird to play the majority of, say, Tunic on stream and then beating it on my own. I don't know, I still gotta fine tune like the whole playing for me, playing a game on stream balance. But yeah, there will definitely be, a cook serve delicious stream here and there. And at the very least, I would like to start up No More Heroes 2, since it's been a while since I streamed No More Heroes 1. That's pretty much it for the channel. Part of me does want to do another themed summer this year, but by that same token, I kind of already have like some things planned, especially with how slow uploads and streams have been over the last month. Some of those said plans have been pushed back a little, but as of now, I'm leaning towards not doing a themed summer this year. Some of that could also be attributed to the fact that I don't really know what to go with for this year. Roguelikes and anime games came to mind, but I don't know, I still got a couple weeks to think about it. Right now I'm leaning towards not this year. As for things on the poisonal front, I am feeling a lot better after having COVID. I mean, I've been feeling better since that. That was like the first 2 weeks of May. But yeah, I am physically better on that front. Mentally, I mean, thank God I was with my girlfriend last month, but yeah, mentally, like, if it wasn't for her, I probably would have snapped because work has been god-awful. It's always annoying when you complain about being overworked and the job being too much for one person to do when there's supposed to be a full team assisting, but always having your complaints fall on deaf ears, and then you take a couple days off, and then when the manager who is finally doing a little bit of work suddenly calls out like, oh no, this can't stand, we gotta do something about this is far too much work, and their solution, instead of hiring more people, is to get rid of our on-call thing. So yeah, on one hand that means I won't be having to deal with calls in the evenings or weekends or overnights, so that's always a plus. But on the downside, that means I don't have a week where I'm able to get off early from work, meaning I can, like, schedule appointments or go food shopping or just enjoy the rest of my day, decompress, things like that, as well as getting paid extra for working holidays, which might sound, rough because, oh my god, you're working your holiday, but by being in an IT job, you really only deal with like a handful of calls on a holiday, and then your check is like, oh boy, oh, that bonus is nice. So yeah, I'm now missing out on holiday money and more free time to myself away from work. So yeah, that kind of fucking sucks. But that was a new development that occurred in May. Something that I brought up in the scrapped update from last month was the fact that they're talking about bringing us back to the office. It's going to start off with like 1 to 2 days a week, and then they're going to see about getting us back full time or just sticking on hybrid schedules, which is kind of dumb considering, for 2.5 years we were able to prove that the job that we are doing can be done entirely remotely, but office culture and that bullshit. But yeah, I have been job searching both internally and externally. Still on that job search. Still trying to find something better. And just trying not to let the bullshit get to me. But oh man, is it trying. Yeah, I don't want to get all ranty and whatnot here. But I will say, if we do end up going back to the office, that's going to change up the stream schedule. More than likely streaming days. But if we do go back to completely full-time, they'll also change up streaming start times as well. I don't really have anything concrete on that as of now, because the talks of bringing us back to the office, like, it was supposed to start the first or second week of May, but then COVID numbers started going like way up again in my state, to the point that places were, that had stopped their mask mandates started doing them back up, because, oh wow, how could we have ever seen this coming, that numbers would go up in the midst of a pandemic if we were to stop doing the protocol that was preventing numbers from going up? But yeah, ever since the numbers went back up, talks have completely stopped. Like, this was something that was brought up mid-April, so yeah, until we hear more on that, I'm just going to continue to operate on the streaming schedule and start times that I have been doing. Just not this week, starting next week. So yeah, that is it from me. I'm back. Going to make June great. Look forward to the start of Skatebird, and potentially co-op streams with the girlfriend. Don't want to overpromise on that, but hey, if she's up for it and schedules work out, then they can happen. And I don't really have a third thing here. Oh yeah, movie night and multiplayer stream things next week. Woo! Anyway, thank you all for watching this here long, rambly, somewhat ranty update. Hopefully it wasn't too ranty. Yeah. And I will see you all next time with more stuff. Goodbye.
I'm running things.